Human Resource Management, Unit 2, Acquiring Human Resources. In today's class, let us discuss about human resource planning, alignment, job analysis, job evaluation, and job design. Human resource planning and its features. Human resource planning is also known as manpower planning. According to Coleman Bruce, manpower planning is the process of determining manpower requirements and the means for meeting these requirements in order to carry out the integrated plans of the organization. According to Wickstorm, human resource planning consists of a series of activities like forecasting future manpower requirements, making an inventory of present manpower resources, and assessing the extent to which these resources are employed optimally, anticipating manpower problems by projecting present resources into the future and comparing them with the forecast of requirements, planning necessary actions. Features of human resource planning or manpower planning. Future oriented. Manpower planning is forward looking or future oriented. It is forecasting the manpower needs in future time in order to meet the organizational requirements. Continuous process. Manpower planning is a continuous process as the demand for and the supply of manpower undergo frequent changes. It is fluctuating in accordance with the organizational requirements and changing environment. Corporate planning. Manpower planning is the integral part of corporate planning. There is no manpower planning without corporate planning. The success of manpower planning depends upon how well the goals are defined. Quantitative and qualitative aspect. Manpower planning has both quantitative and qualitative aspects. Right number of people with the right talents are recruited. Primary responsibility. Manpower planning is said to be the primary responsibility of the management so as to ensure the effective utilization of human resources. Short and long-term planning. Manpower planning can be long-term as well as short-term. Long-term planning is done for 5 years or more in accordance with the trends in the economy, production and labor markets. Short-term plans are made for 1 year to less than 5 years. Both long-range and short-range plans are complementary to each other. Need and importance of human resource planning. The need and importance for manpower planning has increased. The reasons are increasing unemployment, technological changes, organizational changes, demographic changes, legal control. Increasing unemployment. Day after day, the number of educated unemployed are increasing, and there has been a shortage of skills, knowledge, and capabilities to do work. This situation demands for more effective recruitment. Hence, need for manpower planning arises. Technological changes, the rapid changes in production, marketing methods, and management techniques have an impact on the contents and context of jobs. These changes create problems related to redundancies and retaining of personnel. A systematically organized manpower planning reduces such problems. Organizational changes. In recent years, the size of firms are increasing and the business environment is becoming unstable. It requires changes in organizational structure, organizational activities, and new human resources strategies. Hence, the need for manpower planning arises. Demographic changes. The profile of the manpower in terms of age, gender, education, social background, technical skills is rapidly changing. Such changes demand for a systematic manpower planning. Legal control, law related to working conditions, working hours, weaker sections, women and child labor, casual and contract laborers, does not permit the management to follow hire and fire policy. To overcome such problems, need for manpower planning arises. Let us discuss about the process of human resource planning. Human resource or manpower planning process involves steps. We have 6 steps. Organizational analysis, analyzing the objectives of manpower planning, forecasting the demand for manpower, forecasting the supply of manpower, matching the demand and supply, reviewing and monitoring. Organizational analysis. The process of manpower planning begins with analyzing organizational plans and objectives, because manpower plans start from organizational or business plans. Manpower requirements in each section and department are assessed by analyzing the business plans into subsectional and functional plans like production, finance, marketing, technology, expansion, diversification, etc. Analyzing the objectives of manpower planning. The main purpose of manpower planning is to match employee abilities with organizational requirements in future. The ultimate mission or purpose of manpower planning is to relate future manpower to future organizational needs so as to maximize the future return on investment in manpower. This purpose will make the managers need to specify the objectives of manpower planning with regard to the utilization of manpower in the organization. Forecasting the demand for manpower. The demand for manpower in an organization varies from time to time depending upon the external factors like competition, technological changes, economic and political climate, etc. The internal factors like growth and expansion, design and structural changes, management philosophy, change in leadership style, etc. Therefore, these factors to be considered while forecasting the demand for the manpower. Forecasting the supply of manpower. Forecasting manpower supply gives the quantity and quality of people available for both external and internal manpower supply. This is called after making due allowances of absenteeism, transfers, promotions, working conditions, etc. Matching the demand and supply. As the demand and supply of manpower is forecasted, these two should be matched in order to reveal either the shortage or surplus of manpower. Accordingly, action plan is to be prepared to meet the requirements. Reviewing and monitoring. This is the final step of manpower planning. It includes reviewing and monitoring against the set standards. Monitoring of the action plan reveals the deficiencies, if any. Taking corrective actions, remove the deficiencies, if any, and control the implementation of action in the right direction. Now let us discuss about the benefits and the limitations of human resource planning. Benefits of human resource planning. It analyzes and formulates the corporate plans and policies. The process of human resource planning enables the organizations for the efficient recruitment of right workers at right positions. It provides the ideas to human resource recruiters about the tools and techniques that have to be used for the selection of a competent and skilled candidate. It helps the organization for the estimation of different costs associated with salaries, benefits, bonus, etc. It helps in employee development by designing various training and development programs. It helps the organization to become the market leaders by planning for integrating latest computer technology, robots, artificial intelligence, etc. Limitations of human resource planning. Limitation of accuracy. Human resource personnel may not be able to forecast the future workforce requirements accurately. This is because an entire human resource planning depends on many uncontrollable factors like market conditions, technological advancement, political atmosphere, changing trends and preferences of human resources. Ignorance of quality. The human resource planning forecasting methods like zero-based forecasting, bottom-up approach, mathematical models, etc., only help in predicting the quantitative aspects of human resources, whereas the qualitative aspects like culture, motivation, loyalty, morale may not be considered. Time consuming and expensive. The human resource planning relies on a lot of collected data. Gathering all this takes a lot of time. Also, integrating a human resource planning system is very expensive and all will not be economic for small and medium firms as it is backed up by capital constraints. Problem of overstaff. Human resource planning gives a clear solution for handling overstaff, termination, layoff, etc. This could have a negative effect on the morale of existing employees as they may feel job insecurity, overburdened, stressed. Human resource planning do not have answers like adjustment of overstaff instead of firing them. Conservative thinking. Many Indian managers are still having the opinion that it's a simple task to hire or fire people as per requirements by offering them attractive packages and incentives. They do not feel the requirement of an expensive and time consuming human resource planning. Now let us discuss about the alignment of human resource system. If the firm's primary human resource activities support and strengthen each other, then it is termed as human resource system alignment. Under human resource system alignment, employees of the firm have the potential skills to carry out the firm's activities and show the attitudes and right behaviors. These firms have the ability to appoint the right employees at the right place and manages the work effectively. The alignment of human resource systems are as follows. External alignment. In the external alignment, the manager should select those human resource activities which fulfill the needs of their organization. External fit, aligning human resource activities with the HR challenges. The alignment of basic HR activities with the HR challenges is known as external fit. External fit deals with the three sets of challenges, namely organizational demands, environmental influence, regulatory issues. Organizational demands. The three sets of challenges have their own impact on the performance of the firm. In case of organizational demands, the firm strives towards designing the job structure, emphasizes on workforce planning, method of training, selection process, evaluation of performance, etc. for meeting the organizational demands as per the objectives set. Environmental influences. In case of environmental influences, the firm considers the external factors influencing it and the factors which need to be avoided for achieving efficiency in the organization. Regulatory issues. The other HR challenges like regulatory issues, labor force, trends, ethics, etc., affects the way in which employee management practices are performed. The firm strives towards using efficient HR practices for meeting the HR challenges and for the welfare of the employees. Internal alignment. Internal alignment deals with the abilities of different management practices of a firm, which helps in supporting each other. Internal fit, aligning HR activities with one another. The employees in an organization adopt multiple practices, and the impact of these practices are interrelated with each other. In an organization, several decisions are to be taken by managers, such as the decisions with regard to the way in which the job must be designed, or the decision about employing the full-time employee or contingent labor, decisions about recruitment and selection process, training and development activities which must be taken by top management, decisions with regard to the performance management process, level of compensation to be provided to the employees, implementation of incentive plans, etc. Decisions with regard to the benefit programs for the welfare of the employees and for enhancing the potential skills of the employees. For the achievement of internal alignment, the following points must be considered by the managers. HR practices used under each human resource activity must be compatible with each other. The recruitment, selection, training practices used for managing the competencies of the employees must support and strengthen each other. Aligning human resource systems with the help of employees. An effective management system assists in aligning the human resource systems of the organization with employees' contributions to provide competitive advantage to the company. In order to align human resource systems with employees' contributions, a company must have clear knowledge about the way in which the employees add value to their company. There are various ways in which employees add value to their company. Example, ABC company is using a cost leadership strategy to achieve competitive advantage over its competitors on the basis of cost. Then the various sources from which the company can attain cost advantages in relation to competitors are low skilled labor, high skilled labor, efficient manufacturing. The way in which the employees are managed might differ on the basis of the sources of competitive advantage to achieve the cost leadership. Now let us discuss about the job analysis and its nature. Job analysis. Job analysis is the process of determining by observation and study and reporting pertinent information relating to the nature of specific job. It is the determination of the tasks which comprise the job and of the skills, knowledge, abilities, responsibilities required by the worker for a successful performance and which differentiate one job from other. Job analysis is a process of studying and collecting information relating to the operations and responsibilities of a specific job. The immediate products of this analysis are job description, job specification. Coming to the nature of information collected through job analysis, the human resource specialist or manager may collect any one of more than one of the following information with the help of job analysis. Behaviors of human beings, performance standards, jobs, human requirements, work activities, job context, materials, tools, knowledge, and services. Behaviors of human beings. The specialist might gather information with regard to the human behavior which is needed in the job, like communicating, writing, deciding, and sensing. Apart from this information, with respect to the job demand, walking can also be collected. Apart from this information with respect to the job demands in the job, like weightlifting or walking, can also be collected. Performance standards. The human resource specialist may also require information about the performance standards which are set for each job, used to carry out performance appraisals of the employees. Jobs, human requirements. With the help of job analysis, information also be collected with regard to the job requirements, like skills or knowledge which must be present by the candidate, and also the personal attributes like physical characteristics, aptitude, interests, etc. Work activities. The information is also acquired with regard to the various tasks which are to be performed by a candidate in a job like teaching, painting, cleaning, or selling. It might also contain information as to how, why, and when the worker must carry out each and every activity. Job context. The job context consists of the information with respect to the physical working environment, work schedule, incentives, interactions of an employee with others, etc. Materials, tools, knowledge, and services. Information is collected regarding the tools and techniques which are used in working, processing materials, services offered like counseling or repairing, etc. The benefits and limitations of job analysis. Benefits of job analysis. Um, Employment. Job analysis serves as a guide in every phase of employment process, which includes manpower planning, recruitment, selection, orientation, placement, performance appraisal, job-related information. Organizational audit. Job-related information obtained by job analysis helps in conducting organizational audit by providing information about organizing in terms of factors affecting job design. Training and development. Job analysis, which reveals by the information about the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are required for performing the job, helps the management in designing the training programs to meet the job requirements. Even employee development programs such as job rotation, job enrichment, job enlargement are based on the job analysis. Career planning and counseling. Job related information facilitates the career planning and counseling programs by providing future prospects for moving along career paths, vocational guidance, rehabilitation, etc. Job design, job evaluation. The information obtained from job analysis helps in designing the job by suggesting the changes or improvements in the existing design, and job evaluation by classifying the jobs and by deciding the salary structure. Health and safety. Job analysis facilitates the management in identifying the dangerous working conditions such as heat, noise, dust, etc., and taking corrective measures to minimize them. Developing a human resource information system. Human resource information system is a computerized system that aids the processing of information relating to human resource management. Job analysis form the basis for developing human resource information system by providing information relevant to the employees working in the organization. Industrial relations. The statement of job description acts as a standard in settling the industrial disputes and maintaining harmonious industrial relations, as it contains the duties and responsibilities of a job. Coming to the limitations of job analysis: limited scope, lack of top management support, lack of training, problem of choice, intentional misleading of data. Limited scope. Job analysis has limited scope as it only considers the job related aspects without providing any space for social or psychological needs of the employees. Lack of top management support. Most of the organizations lack support and assistance from the top management. Lack of training. Usually employees are not trained and motivated properly, which makes the entire process of job analysis an ineffective one, as the effectiveness of the process of job analysis depends upon the data collected for the process. Problem of choice. As there are many methods of job analysis, it may be difficult for an organization to choose the best one. Intentional misleading of data. If employees are not aware of the importance of data collection or the generation for a process, they may provide incorrect and misleading data. Objectives and components of job analysis. The important objectives of job analysis are determining training needs, compensation, selection procedure, performance review. Determining training needs. Job analysis can be used in training or assessment needs to fulfill the organizational needs. Training is main element in job analysis. Tests conducted to measure effectiveness of training. For providing training, the training equipments are to be used. Different methods of training shall be used. Compensation. Job analysis can also be used in compensation to determine job factors which are compensable, skill levels, work environment, responsibilities, and required educational level. Selection procedure. Process of selection involves job analysis to identify or develop vacant positions. Job duties must be included in the advertisements, appropriate salary level for the particular candidate, required minimum qualification for applicants, interview questions, selection test, orientation material for applicants, etc. Performance review. Job analysis is used in performance review to identify goals and objectives, performance standards, evaluation criteria, duties to be evaluated. Components of job analysis. Job description. Job specification. Job description is an organized statement containing the facts about the duties and responsibilities of a specific job. It is prepared on the basis of data collected through job analysis. It is the functional illustration of job contents, activities, duties, and responsibilities of the job. In other words, it is a written statement of what a job holder does, how he does, and why he does. Job specification. Job specification is a statement consisting of the minimum level of qualifications, skills, talents, physical abilities, experience, etc. required for performing a job properly. In other words, it specifies the physical, psychological, personal, social, and behavioral characteristics of the job holders. Contrast to job description, job specification focuses on the individual characteristics. Steps of job analysis. Collection of organizational information, organizing job analysis program, selection of representative jobs for analysis, collection of information for job analysis, preparation of job description, developing a job specification, developing employee specification, collection of organizational information. The process of job analysis begins with obtaining relevant information about the job. This facilitates in comparison of the job with other jobs and its contribution in the organizational performance. For this purpose, the background information about the organization is collected in the forms of organizational charts, class specifications, workflow charts, etc. Organization charts show the relation of the job with other jobs in the organization. Class specification specifies the general requirements of the various categories of job. Workflow charts indicate the flow of activities involved in a job. Organizing job analysis program. It is quite necessary to plan and organize job analysis program. The organization must appoint an in charge for the program and assign him the responsibilities. The budget required, time schedule should be prepared. Selection of representative jobs for analysis. It is time consuming and costly to analyze all the jobs. It is therefore demanded to select a representative sample of jobs for the purpose of job analysis. Collection of information for job analysis. In this step, job related data such as job characteristics, qualifications, behavior required to perform the job effectively is collected. Preparation of job description. The data collected from the previous step is used to prepare a job description statement consisting of the job contents in terms of functions, duties, responsibilities, operations, etc. Developing a job specification. This step involves conversion of job description statement into job specification statement. Job specification specifies the personal attributes of the employee like knowledge, skills, qualities, abilities, etc., which are required to perform the job. Developing employee specification. The final step involves conversion of human qualities under job specification into an employee specification. Employee specification specifies that the candidate with these qualities possesses the minimum human qualities listed in the job specification. Guidelines for conducting job analysis. Job analysis is a combined effort. Job analysis is usually a combined effort of the worker, his supervisor, and the human resource specialist. The human resource manager basically monitors the workers while performing the job and designs a questionnaire which is to be filled up by the worker or his supervisor on the basis of the answers or responses received from the questionnaire. The human resource specialist would enlist the job duties. Ensure clarity in the questions and process. It must be ensured that all the employees clearly understand about the questions and process. Collect information from different departments regarding the same job. In case of large number of employees performing same job in various departments, then job analysis information must be gathered from employees working in different departments instead of only one department. Use multiple tools for conducting job analysis. It is usually advised and suggested to use multiple tools for conducting job analysis instead of sticking to just one tool. Accurate results may not be drawn from a single tool. For example, if only group interview technique is used by employer for conducting job analysis, then it may be possible that few workers who cannot compete in a group would not participate in the group interview. Instead, in addition to the group interview, other techniques like questionnaire, technical conference, etc., must also be used so that the employee who has not participated in group interview would get a chance to participate in other techniques. Various methods of job analysis. Observation. Under this method, the data is collected by directly observing the employee while at work. The information data may include speed of performing activities, working conditions, dangers involved, etc. Interviews. In this method, the job analyst collects the job related information by conducting personal interview. Job related information can be obtained by conducting interviews with the job holder who is doing the same job, with supervisors who are having the thorough knowledge about the job. Questionnaire. In this method, job related data is obtained by giving questionnaire to the employees. The questionnaire may relate to a task or behavior with the dimensions like frequency, significance, difficulty, and relationship with overall performance. The data thus obtained is sorted out and the relevant conclusions are drawn. Checklist. The checklist method of collecting job related data is similar to that of questionnaire, but the difference is that it contains few subjective questions in the form of yes or no. Checklist is prepared on the basis of the information obtained from different sources such as supervisors, subordinates, industrial engineers, other people who are familiar to the job. The checklist consists of list of the tasks performed, amount of time spent on each task, type of training and experience required to do the task. Diaries or log records. In this method, each individual employee is given a diary and asked to maintain the activities done by him each day. If judicial information is provided by employee, accurate and comprehensive information about job is obtained. This method is time consuming as recording of activities may spread over several days. Critical incident method. Critical incident method is used to gather data for assisting recruitment and selection decisions. It is based on the employee's past experience from where both successful and unsuccessful job behaviors are collected, and the data thus collected is analyzed and classified accordingly, which gives a clear picture of actual job requirements. Technical conference. In this method, a conference is arranged for the supervisors possessing considerable knowledge about the job. They discuss on various aspects of the job and the job analysts gather the required information. This method consumes less time but suffers with a drawback that it lacks accuracy and authenticity as the actual employee is not involved. From the methods, it is observed that no single method is complete and perfect. Therefore, the best data related to a job is obtained by a combination of all the methods. Now let us discuss about the job description, its contents, advantages. Job description. According to Edwin B. Flippo, the first and immediate product of job analysis is job description. It indicates this document is basically descriptive in nature and constitutes a record of existing and pertinent job facts. Job description is an organized statement containing the facts about the duties, responsibilities of a specific job. It is prepared on the basis of data collected through job analysis. It is the functional illustration of job contents, activities, duties, responsibilities of the job. In other words, it is a written statement. What a job holder does, how he does, why he does. Contents of job description. Job identification, which includes title of the job, job location, its code, department, unit name, etc. Job summary, which includes contents of the job, duties, responsibilities, authorities, etc. Materials used, missions, tools and equipments, working conditions, supervision received or supervision given, hazards. Advantages of job description. It helps in job grading and classification. It is useful in employee orientation and placement. It is useful in promotion and transfer of employees. It facilitates in career planning, career development of employees. It improves working conditions for employees. It is useful in performance appraisal and counseling. Role played by job description. Job description plays a crucial role in the recruitment and selection process of an organization. The highlights are facilitates the availability of information required for specification of selection criteria. The job description serves as a basis for the effective selection and recruitment. It determines the person specifications required for the requirement and selection criteria. The selection criteria should be in accordance with the nature of work. Job description clearly states the requirements for the job, which serves as a basis for the selection criteria. Informing the applicants about the nature of the job. The applicants come to know about the nature of the job by referring the job description published in the newspapers or internet. The job description is accurate and provides the details of the job, organization, location of the job, and the salary level. In order to grab the attention of the employees, job description gives a brief detail of the jobs. The job descriptions give an invitation to the applicants eligible for the job by specifying the basic job requirements. Primary purpose and major functions of the job holds in the organization structure. The job descriptions serve as a guide for newly selected employees. It states the major objectives of the selected employees and much needed information. The new staff completely understands their basic purpose for the existence in the organization. Steps involved in writing a job description: identifying the major functions of the job, ascertaining necessary function, differentiation of methods and results, reviewing. Identifying the major functions of the job. In the first step, the main purpose of the job and the significance of the functions of the job to achieve this purpose is identified. While determining the significance of job functions, the following aspects has to be considered: frequency of job function, time spent on the function, what is the outcome when the function is not performed, ascertaining necessary function. In the second step, determining whether a specific function is important, following factors are taken into account: judgment of employer, total time spent on the job to carry out the particular function, availability of other persons in the department for filling in for the person who performs the function, differentiation of methods and results. While outlining the important functions of a job, it is necessary to differentiate methods and results. In this step, methods and results are differentiated. Reviewing. Finally, when complete job description is written, next immediate steps are job description should be forwarded for review, approval by all authorized members in the top level management. After it is approved by approving authority, it is then forwarded to HR department for reviewing and grading. HR department reviews, grades, discusses, questions, and sends it to the approving authority, who reviews the classification of a new position and makes final approval, which affects the budget. What are the guidelines for writing job descriptions? Arranging of duties and responsibilities in a logical sequential order. The duty or responsibility that involves more responsibility or more time should be mentioned in the beginning. Stating separate duties clearly and concisely. The duty should be clearly stated, must be in an understandable pattern, helps in identification of each duty at a glance, also the identification of essential and non-essential tasks, avoiding generalization or ambiguous word. The language being used should be simple and meaningful. Words should bear the exact meaning. Unnecessary listing of every task. All the tasks to be performed should not be mentioned in the job description. Phrases such as performance of other related tasks can be used at the end. Giving examples wherever possible. The inclusion of examples gives the individuals a better idea of the responsibility, duties involved in the job. Use of simple language. Technical words should be avoided in the job description. It must be an easy and simple language, indicating the frequency of occurrence of each duty. A job description should include a column on the left side of tasks stating the time required for performing each duty. Listing duties in an individual and concise manner. The job description should not be presented in a paragraph form. It must be written in a point-wise manner. Avoid reference of specific people. Job description should not refer to any specific people. It should refer to job title and position. Use of present tense. Job description should include present tense as it is readable easily. Describing job accurately, objectively. The job should not be described on the basis of how you want it to be performed. It should be described on how it is to be performed. Avoiding of mentioning duties procedure. The duties that are to be performed by the individual for a specific job should be stated and not the procedure for its performance. Job requirements as per the employment law. Ensure that the job requirements meet the basic employment laws and regulations. Unnecessary using of words. The description should be short and precise. The words such as a, the should be avoided as much as possible. Using words that states specific function. Use words that describe specific functions and create a sense of responsibility in the mind of a reader. Now let us discuss about job specification, its contents, advantages. Job specification as such as summary properly described is thus a specialized job description emphasizing personal requirement designed especially to facilitate selection and placement. According to Edwin B. Filippo, a job specification is a statement of minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform a job properly. Job specification is a statement consisting of minimum level of qualifications, skills, talents, physical abilities, experience, etc. required for performing a job properly. In other words, it specifies the physical, psychological, personal, social, behavioral characteristics of the job holders. Contrast to job description, job specification focuses on the individual characteristics. Contents of job specification. Job specification consists of the following human qualifications required for performing the job: education, experience, training, judgment, initiative, creativity, physical abilities, responsibilities, communication skills, emotional characteristics. Advantages of job specification. It helps in personnel planning. It facilitates in performance appraisal of employees. It helps in hiring of new employees. It is useful in training and development of employees. It is useful in job evaluation and compensation. It helps in maintaining employee discipline. It is useful in work scheduling. It facilitates in health and safety of employees. Now let us discuss about the steps involved in job specification. In the first step, the specifications which are necessary for trained and untrained personnel or employees are defined. In the second step, job specification is done on the basis of judgment. Finally, job specification is done on the basis of statistical analysis. Now let us discuss about the differences between job description and job specification. Let us consider some 4 points: meaning, measures, contents, assistance. Based on this, let us have an idea about job description and job specification. And as you all know, job analysis will be dealing with the job description and job specification. So therefore, let us have a thorough idea about these two aspects. Meaning, job description is an organized factual statement of the duties, responsibilities of a specific job. Job specification means it is a statement of minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform a job. Coming to the measures, job description measures the duties and job responsibilities. Job specification measures the person handling the job. Contents, job description consists of job title, location, job summary, tools, equipment and machinery, special attitude, responsibility, qualification, working conditions, hazards, relation to other jobs. Coming to the specification, job specification, it includes education, experience, training, skills, initiative, responsibility, analysis and judgment ability, adaptability, mental and visual demand, emotional characteristics. Coming to the assistance, job description, it assists the candidate to understand the requirements of the job which are to be fulfilled by him. Job specification assists the management to find an appropriate candidate for the job. Now, let us have a discussion about the job evaluation objectives, and its advantages. Job evaluation is an attempt to determine and compare the demands which the normal performance of particular job makes on normal workers, without taking into account the individual abilities or performance of the workers concerned. Job evaluation is the process of analysis, assessment of jobs to ascertain reliably their negative worth, using the assessment as the basis for a balanced wage structure. Job evaluation is a process to establish the relative worth of jobs in a job hierarchy. It ranks a job but not the job holder. It ignores the individual abilities of the job holder. Job evaluation is the output of job analysis. No job can be evaluated unless and until it is analyzed. Objectives of job evaluation: to develop standardized procedures for determining the relative worth of each job, to determine equitable wage differentials between different jobs in an organization, to remove salary inequalities, to develop basis for fixing incentives and bonus, to provide necessary information for solving the grievances, to serve as a useful reference for work organization, employee selection, placement, etc., to facilitate career planning in the organizations. Coming to the advantages of job evaluation, it helps in removing inequalities in existing wage structures, and it maintains sound and consistent wage differentials in a plant or industry. It facilitates in fitting new jobs into the existing wage structure. It helps in removing grievances arising out of relative wages, and it improves labor management relations and workers' morale. It replaces many accidental factors occurring in a less systematic procedure. It simplifies wage administration because it brings significant uniformity in wage rates. Information collected from job description and job analysis reveals that workers are engaged in jobs requiring less skill and other qualities than they possess, thereby pointing to the possibility of making more efficient use of plant's labor. It also helps in employees to control pay cost. It helps the employers to address equal pay in the organization. It facilitates in job classification and work simplification. It improves relationship between management and employees. It helps in settling wage disputes. Evaluating committee can be referred for settling the disputes. Methods of job evaluation: non-quantitative methods or qualitative methods, quantitative methods. Non-quantitative methods are also called as non-analytical or summary systems. They are simple and are utilized for as listing the jobs in order of the difficulty. These include two methods: ranking method or job comparison method, grading method or job classification method. Coming to the ranking method involves comparison of each job as a whole with other jobs, arranging them in the order of the importance from highest to lowest. Ranking criteria involves judging the duties, responsibilities, and demands on the job holder. Different techniques are available for ranking the jobs. The techniques are job description, paired comparison, ranking along a number line. Uh, Job description. In this, a written job description for every job is prepared and analyzed. The jobs are divided on the basis of duties, responsibilities, skill requirements, etc., and are ranked depending upon significance. Many raters independently rank each job. The average of all these ratings give the final ranking. The following table uh, consists of job uh, in one column, rater 1, rater 2, rater 3, rater 4, and we have finally average column. Job description method is used when there are only a few jobs. This technique does not hold for large organization where there are large number of jobs. Paired comparison. In paired comparison method, each job is paired with every job in the series and more difficult job in each pair is identified. Ranks are assigned on the basis of number of times a job is rated more difficult. We have columns like one in one column we have pair, in another column we have more difficult job, and we in the third column we mention the rank. Next, ranking along a number line. In ranking along a number line, the ranks obtained through a job description and paired comparison are taken along a number line. The jobs are placed on the line on the basis of the closeness to the job that is ranked highest. Uh, Merits of ranking method. It is a simple and oldest method. It is economical and to be adopted and consumes less time. There is no wastage of material and involves less paperwork. Demerits of ranking method. Ranking method reveals the importance of one job from the other but does not specify the degree of difference between the jobs. It involves subjective judgment and therefore it is less accurate. The rater should be familiar with all jobs to be rated. Grading method. In grading method, a list of grades are identified which can be given to the employees. Grades are decided before the actual evaluation of employees. Grades may be given either in alphabet or in words like excellent, very good, good, moderate, bad, very bad, worst, or A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Grade A is given to the employees who are performing their job excellently. Grade G is given to the employees whose job performance is worst. Grading method is also known as job classification method. It is usually used by government organizations in recruitment and selection process. Grading method involves the following procedure: developing job grades or job classes. Job grade is a group of different jobs requiring similar skills to perform. A written description is used to define each job grade. Classifying each job into an appropriate grade depends on the degree to which its characteristics match the grade definitions. Merits of grading method. It is economical, best fits the small concerns, simplifies wage administration, it facilitates in developing a systematic organizational structure. Demerits of grading method. Writing an accurate and precise job grades description is very difficult. It is difficult to classify the jobs that involve tasks which overlap. It is a rigid system. Quantitative methods. Quantitative methods use quantitative techniques for listing the jobs. They are very complex and time consuming. They are also called as analytical systems. These include point rating method, factor comparison method. Point rating method is the most commonly used technique of job evaluation. In this method, the jobs are divided into component factors and each factor is assigned some points or weights depending upon its importance in a particular job. The total points obtained for a job gives its relative worth. The following procedure is used for point rating method: selecting the jobs to be evaluated, choosing the factors, defining the factors, determining the degree of each factor, determining the value of job factors, assigning point values to degrees, determining the point value of the job, assigning the money value to each job. Merits of point rating method. Advantages of point rating method: it facilitates in determining system wage differentials according to job content. It is most comprehensive and accurate. It reduces bias and human judgment. Demerits of point rating method: it is complicated, it is expensive, time consuming. Managerial jobs can't be measured by using this technique. Factor comparison method. Factor comparison method is also known as man-to-man comparison method. Under this method, certain factors such as leadership, initiative, dependability, reliability are selected. A 5-point master scale is designed to each factor by the rater. The 5-point scale would be excellent, good, satisfactory, average, and poor, and the weightage could be 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1 respectively. Indications are recorded by marking the relevant number representing the degree to which the individual satisfies the standard. Merits of factor comparison method: it is relatively more analytical and objective method. It is flexible and has no upper limit for the rating of a factor. Fair money values are assigned. Demerits: it is expensive and time consuming. It is difficult to understand and operate. Steps involved in job evaluation. To develop a standardized procedure for determining the relative worth of different jobs and to develop an equitable wage differential plan, 5 steps are required in job evaluation. First one is perform job analysis. Second, preparation of job description and job specification. Third, rating the jobs by using predetermined system. Fourth, establishment of job hierarchy. Fifth, classifying the jobs. In the first step of job evaluation, job analysis needs to be performed, which is a process of studying and collecting of information. Second, preparation of job description and developing a job specification is the second step. Third step, rating the jobs by using predetermined system. The job description and job specification is completed. A committee of managers and supervisors need to finalize relative worth of different jobs using various evaluation procedures. Establishment of job hierarchy based on job description, job specification, job rating. Listing of jobs need to be done. Based on the job rating, job hierarchy is prepared to be starting in the descending order. The job having the maximum points would have to come first, and the job with minimum points would come to last. Classifying jobs. To make the entire job design process a simple task, after rating, grades are assigned to all jobs. This helps to reduce the job hierarchy to manageable levels as shown. For example, senior associate, junior associate, senior secretary, receptionist, steno, etc. So based on that, we can give points, we can grade them, and we can also decide how much salary to be given. Principles for developing an effective job evaluation. The evaluator must rate the job. The criteria selected for job rating must be simple. Suggestions must be taken from the employees and supervisors. To make job evaluation process to be successful, the rater must take the employees into confidence. One best way of seeking employee support is to encourage them to participate in rating process. There should not be overlapping among the selected rating elements. Never disclose the money value assigned for each rating to the employees. They must consider only few occupational wages. Job design. Approaches of job design. According to Davis, job design is the specification of the contents, methods, and relationship of jobs in order to satisfy technological and organizational requirements as well as social and personal requirements of the job holders. The job design refers to a better job performance which requires deciding on sequence of job contents. Job design is a logical sequence to job analysis. Approaches of job design. The popular method of job design include two dimensions, impact and complexity. On y-axis we can take impact, on x-axis we can take complexity. Job design approaches. Job rotation, job engineering, job enlargement, job enrichment, socio-technical systems. Job rotation. Job rotation means moving employees from one job to another without any change in the job. In case of job rotation, an employee change to another job but of similar job skill requirement to reduce boredom. Job engineering. Job engineering concentrates on the tasks to be carried out, methods, employee workflow, workplace layouts, performance standards. These factors of job design are examined through the following: time and motion studies, time required to complete each task, movements required to carry out easily. Job enlargement, when one or more different tasks are added to the existing job in order to increase the variety in job, it is called as job enlargement. As the tasks are added horizontally, it is also called as horizontal job loading or horizontal job enlargement. Job enrichment. Job enrichment refers to the process of adding some additional duties, responsibilities, which would result into providing high skills, task identity, task significance, freedom of action, feedback on performance of the job. In this, the job is piled up vertically. Socio-technical systems. The socio-technical systems focus on organizations as it is being made up of people with various competencies who use tools, machines, techniques to create goods or services for customers and other stakeholders. In the external environment, the demands of customers, suppliers, other stakeholders, the social and technical systems need to be designed with respect to one another. The socio-technical systems influence the work performed in an organization. Benefits of job design. Participative management programs of job design gives opportunities to the employees to communicate, improve satisfaction, involvement, commitment, motivation of the employees, which in turn ensures effective cooperation between the human resource department and the employees. It assists the firm to take safety and healthy measures which minimize accidents, damages, injuries and loss. It assures to offer highly qualitative goods and services to the customer without any delay. It ensures the development of a skilled, dynamic and responsive workforce. It provides training to the employees for the performance of specified jobs, which in turn support them in their career growth. Factors affecting job design: environmental factors, organizational factors, behavioral factors. In environmental factors, we have employee capability and availability, social and cultural expectations. The different task elements must be included in the job as per the capabilities possessed by the employee. There should be an adequate match between the capabilities possessed by the employee and the job elements. The capabilities of the employees must be taken into consideration at the time of designing the job. Social and cultural expectations. Traditionally, the people used to be ready to take up any kind of job in any work situation, but today increase in literacy rate, education, awareness, knowledge and so on have increased the expectations of the workers towards the job. The job design must have the features such as rest break, religious beliefs, working hours, vacation, so on for meeting the job expectations of the workers. Organizational factors. We have workflow, work practice, task features, ergonomics. So, workflow, the product nature determines the job sequence or workflow. The various tasks involved in a job should be adequately sequenced and balanced for carrying out the job efficiently and effectively. Work practices. Practices refer to the way in which the job is performed, depending on the traditional or collective desires of workers. The work practice must be taken into account the time of designing the jobs. A firm neglecting work practice has to face unfavorable outcomes. Task features. A job design deals with several tasks which should be undertaken by a group of individuals. Each task includes three elements: planning, executing, and controlling. Effective job design combines these three elements of the task. Ergonomics. Ergonomics means designing and formulating the job in such a way that the job and the abilities of the job holder matches with each other. Behavioral factors. Behavioral factors depend on the fact that the individuals work for fulfilling their needs. The higher the needs, higher will be their motivation level. Utilization of abilities, variety, autonomy, feedback. The employees are interested in performing those jobs which have a huge scope to utilize their capabilities or abilities. Variety. If the worker performs the same type of work every day, then he or she may get bored, exhausted with the work. The exhaustion results in mistakes, accidents, boredom. Exhaustion and mistakes can be minimized by including variety of elements in the job. Autonomy. Autonomy refers to the authority to control one's own activities. The sense of responsibility, self-esteem will be more in those jobs which give autonomy to employees. Feedback. Job design must be planned in such a manner that the employees get positive feedback on the job performance. Feedback assists the employees in improving their job performance. Job design match the job requirements and the capabilities of the job holder. A balance between the job requirement, capabilities of job holder results in effective performance of a job. Thank you.